grabs the battle axe and twirls it in a wide arc. Time to play. Time to play it is. Certainly.
It's a battle!
Certainly, sir. Oh, time to play. Let's do just that, brother.
Can't do that.
Okay, we'll do that.
Not a problem.
Your knees, worm!
Yeah, we're enemies with them, by the way. Iron Brand. The uncovered wrought iron is used to sear the counterclockwise twist into the flesh of Scarlet Chorus recruits. Those who cannot endure the searing mark are deemed unfit for even the most menial chores in the chorus, and such unfit recruits become teamsters or corpses, depending on their capacity for manual labor. You can sell this to a merchant as spare parts. Well, I shall do that.
On it.
Oh, a Scarlet Fury. These are usually harder to kill. Much harder to kill.
I think my wisdom is finally catching up to my age. It's a battle! Got it.
Don't even need to cast spell or anything. Like, she's gonna die way before anybody gets in any trouble.
You have to hit harder than that! Take me if you can!
Okay. Let's go out there. Hey, it's the sages. We saved them. You know, not that it was really going to be a surprise or anything. Like, I knew we were going to save them. That's... But yeah. Another interrogator. Injured and restrained, the middle-aged woman manages a weak smile between swollen and blood-caked lips. Though cuts and burns run the length of her body, her quiet composure grants her a surprising measure of dignity. Apologies if I'm running short on streams. She chuckles, wincing from some unknown pain. Ha, Sage Phoebe, you're looking like you're staying active. Oh, for the love of... Why am I not surprised to see the Overlord's most loyal fanatic on the side of my captors? Who's your friend? Oh wait, no. Do you want to tell her Wagstaff wants her dead, or shall I? If Wagstaff sent you, a bloody cough halts her attempt to speak firmly. Then there is little to discuss. What's the story with you and Wagstaff? I figured even you Northerners know how the School of Ink and Quill and the Tidecasters hate each other. Wagstaff was the enemy, then Kairos' minion showed up. I want the details, enlighten me. We were friends and rivals, then just rivals. Did you come all this way to interrogate me about such gossip? I already know the unmentionables. I spared few details. I want to know your side of the story. That loose-lipped, beast-running pig. Fucker couldn't hop on the flotilla with the rest of those briny cowards. Yes, we had a relationship, as physically stimulating and it was mentally exhausting. It was a tryst that spanned decades. Our schools forbade any such pairing, and common sense did so as well, but the danger only made it more intoxicating. What did you gain from your collaboration with Wagstaff? A plethora of volatile emotions and coitus-driven reconciliation. If you'll pardon my candor. She shakes her head, wincing in pain. It is a bit strange to recall such things while festooned with bruises. Again, pardon the candor. Oh. Oh, I see what she means. My mistake. I'm merely assuming you two work together, as I can't imagine Wagstaff discovered all that he told me about by himself. Her eyes light up, and for a moment it seems the fatigue of repeated interrogations lifts from her face. That lousy prick! His discoveries? Together, he and I discovered something special. His understanding of occulted jades, magic, and my knack for expressions. It all came together when we pooled our rings to purchase a text copied from the Forgebound. But we could not come forward with our findings, as neither would be rewarded for our discoveries, but rather punished for our collaboration. So our findings, like our tryst, had to remain a private matter. Tell me about this discovery of yours. She averts her gaze. Oh, just refinements to existing theories of water magic, revelatory in the academician sense, meaningless to a adventuresome, practical sort like yourself. Wagstaff already spoke of your research, so there's no point in lying about your findings. Did he? Then we're done talking, as he no doubt as you here to suss out what details he has forgotten. Slay me now, Fatebinder. I'd rather the satisfaction of what I know dying with me. Punch her. Your death might be a slow process. Her head snaps backward, and when she finally steadies herself, her trembling lips form a wicked smile. Tell Wagstaff it dies with me. What dies? The sage glares at you in silence. Strike her again. Another blow across her cheek produced bloody spittles and sent a tooth flying, but elicits no response to the prisoner. Aww. It is? Oh, that's hilarious. Kill her, as you prefer it. Phoebe's belongings. The belongings of a sage named Phoebe, they consist mostly of scrolls, writing implements, and random bits of parchments with things scribbled all over them. I should have went with lore instead of subterfuge.
I got it.
Too bad. Too bad. Right. So now we're bound to return to Bastard Ruin, I think? Hold on. Wagstaff. And from Jaspis, okay. That travel, though. We're going straight up here. Ha! You've returned. Was there something else you needed? I decided not to take back your tools. Your tools! His smile vanishes and is quickly replaced with a mass of carefully suppressed rage. Friendbinder, that news is beyond displeasing to me. I thought the tools made for a modest request. I don't see a way for us to forge on ahead. He slams his sledgehammer into a nearby rock, pulverizing it beyond any use. If you'll excuse me, Friendbinder, the settlers have needs I must attend to. I don't care if you're mad, bro. I don't give a shit. I have news regarding Phoebe. You have? Well, out with it then. What happened? I have her possession as requested. Well done indeed. He snatches the pack from your hands and scrounges through the contents. A moldy copy of Kipulam's Fifth Treatise? Ha! Disproven, how quaint. I remember these iridescent shells, always sentimental, that Phoebe. With a dissatisfied grunt, Wagstaff throws the pack to the ground. Is that it? Did you not find any of her recent writings or a bound journal of some sort? You think we're holding out on you? She was a prisoner of the chorus. They were burning parchment for cooking fires. Want us to go back and grab you the ashes? You waddled in here with this Friendbinder, and I can only assume your fluency with deception is contagious. Not sure I like your tone. The old man mutters something inaudible, glaring at you with a scowl. Then perhaps the rest of her writings were lost. A shame. So, she's dead, yes? She's dead, as requested. Thanks the tides. Wagstaff gives you a long glare before shaking it off with a smile. Perhaps I'm a bit greedy, hoping she'd have more worth plundering, but what's important is that she's dead, as is her knowledge of this place. Friendbinder, I thought your arrival would lead us to ruin, but instead you have blessed us with your service. You have my thanks. The bastard wound presents all sorts of threats. The banes, sparse vegetation, the toxic water, perhaps the oddest threat came from within. Reef Talon, former alpha of sorts to our tribe, became wild and uncontrolled. She started to exhibit healing powers, or so it seemed. She could heal the outward symptoms of injuries, but those she treated became sleepless, doomed to waste away. Reef Talent is gone. She fled into the old walls, but in her lies an answer to our woes. Her mystically charged blood would allow me to make purifying reagents for decades, probably longer. Putting her down would also prevent her healing others, making it more sleepless. To put it bluntly, kill her, bring back her corpse, and you'll have solved our water and sleepless problems in one slice. You want to use her blood for a purifying agent, but you mentioned her healing power corrupts people. Are you sure this will work? Confident, but not certain. You raised a valid concern, but I have used Reef Talon's blood in the earliest iterations of my purification agent. If her blood was problematic, we'd have found that out already the hard way. Why can't you just make more of the purifying agent you've been making? As losing proposition, the beastman that guards us would need to be bled, eventually slaughtered. This can be solved by harming one life now instead of many later. Is killing her really necessary? No, but I doubt nasty words and harsh glares will browbeat her into surrender. I don't want to kill her. Think about it. So about this matter of Reef Talon, the bastard wounds presents also the threat, blah blah blah. Oh, I have to make a decision. Take care of it. Together we might save the wound. As it happens, my eyes and ears tell me Jaspos has a crew of hunters also looking for Reef Talon. It's imperative we find her first. You need two things. First, hold on to my warden's key. Wagstaff bundles a medallion from a pouch and places it in your hand. You'll need this down below. It should let you access the switches and runes of the old walls from afar. It's essential for navigating the depths. Try not to get yourself killed down there. Not only am I grateful for the mercy you've shown our settlements, I also need this trinket back eventually. Second, you'll need the keystone to the teleporter that takes you down to the untamed section of the old walls. Speak to Insipid Moniker. Tell her you need the keystone. Tell her you have my approval. You just have to talk with her first, I guess. I need access to the old walls teleporter. I was told you have the keystone that opens it. Yeah, I've got it. The rock's been entrusted to me for safekeeping. Why should I let outsiders take it off my hands? Wagstaff needs my help. Right, of course. Don't let this peon delay you any further. Her smirks vanishes as she unwraps the keystone and pushes it forcefully into your hands. Don't take my needling too seriously, Freightminer. Not many skulls to crack down here, so I've got to get my excitement where I can. Watch out for the sleepless while you're down there. Do us all a favor and put a few out of their misery. She sneers and backs away. Okay. Nope. Not there. Here. There we go, guys. We're going down. It's going to be interesting. Save. Hard save. And then down. Darkened Hollow. These halls, though only lightly damaged, receive little light from above and have been largely flooded by the water filtering into the ancient depths. Slick floors, sunken chambers, and the bane make travel here wildly dangerous. So hold on. There's a room up here we've never been. There's a room here, a room there, and a room down there. So right now we're starting here. I hope we get to see all of them. It does seem like it's an actual dungeon crawler thing. It feels like it's like smaller maps, like 3 smaller maps maybe. Which is unfortunate. Really unfortunate. It also feels like the budget for this game was much lower than what it was for Pillars, for example.
Can't do that.
Suddenly this beacon appears to react to the presence of torch keys found in these old walls. Okay, well that doesn't help me much.
On it.
Oh! Okay, we need to move here. Never mind. Skirmishers and Bane?
Your days.
Whoa, these are sleepless. Okay, brother. Let's go. Let's get this going.
Oh, I just licked a disease.
Uh-huh. No. Do that here.
This can't be happening. Fall before me.
Okay. That's here. Boy, that person died. Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting that at all. That's interesting. Oh, we received a letter. This is the sort of question that can get you killed. Very little is known about how Archons are born or come to power. If in my long life has taught me that Kairos And the Archons prefer it this way. If the young and talented remain forever in the dark, the old and mighty can rule without challenge. I heard of Ash, he will always be merely Ash to me, before Kairos renamed him and gave his legend that backhanded title. As a rebel, a grimy, illiterate partisan who was winning battles while his countrymen of the Northern Kingdom lost left and right. Ash was always a good soldier, but he wasn't born able to mystically reach out and protect his soldiers. The earliest mention of it isn't even until the tail end of the Northern Conquest. And if you read the journals, they don't tell the stories of Grievous' arm warded off by Ash's stern looks. Instead, they talk of his soldiers finding their fear and doubts lifted from them by Ash's presence. A careful reading suggests that the ability to actively protect physical arm came years later, as that bond grew, and more importantly, as his legend grew. The legend part is the key detail. In my understanding, an Archon's power is something of a self-fulfilling prophecy. The widespread perception of an Archon's power is the very thing that strengthens an Archon's power. So in Ash's case, he had some early inkling of a power, that ability to assuage the burdens of his men, and as he took on a mantle of power and became known all around Tyranny as the next Archon of War, it soon became the ability to bear the physical burdens of his men, not just the fears and doubts. Thus, my advice to you is to act like an Archon. Take power where you can find it, foster fear, foster love. Never walk through life anonymously, but rather live in the thoughts of your followers and the anxieties of your enemies. Inquire about Bledensmark's skilling. Your wisdom on the matter is greatly appreciated. You made mention of Bledenmark and his skillings during my training. Fadematter Callio hinted that much of Bleden's work involves killing off threats before they blossom into genuine problems, so it's curious to hear you second that fact. So let's say, for the sake of an argument, I am some Archon. Is it just a matter of time until Bledenmark is sent to kill me? Should I be making grand displays of loyalty to the court to assuage his suspicions? That's a good point. That's a good point. Hold on, guys. What the hell is Gibbs? I don't know what that is. Cool.
Right. Huh.
Oh, come on. I was... Look at that. There's still space. That's dumb. Oh, sleepless. A bedraggled-looking man shivers near the edge of the overlook, clothes damp and stained with an inky black substance. He moans softly to himself and occasionally mutters a few words in a low, incomprehensible tone. You survived here for some time. Why did the Bane leave you alone? The man only trembles further in response. His dried and cracked hands paw at the ground around him, a sluggish and futile search of some sort. His soft grunts increasingly grow frustrated. After a few moments, he very suddenly abandons the hunt. With head bent low and half-closed eyes, he resumes his quiet wail. Hey, can you hear me? I'm right behind you. He attempts to straighten his back, but it's unclear if the action is in response to the sound of your voice. The effort is too great. He hunches again, using his arms to help brace himself against the floor. His head sags forward. He commits to emit a low moan. Poke him. You prod him with your fingers first, gently, then insistently. His skin is unusually cold to the touch. Despite your persistence, you elicit a little more than a grunt from the man. He shifts slightly, and you notice a strap wrapped around one of his legs, extending over the nearby ledge. Examine the dangling strap. Peering over the edge, you notice a half-open satchel attached to the strap, dangling precariously above the ground. Within it, you spot the sharp features and the persistent soft glow of an old-world torch key. Kill him. The bedazzled man scarcely reacts as you slide the knife into his chest. He stares at the wound, momentarily confused, before releasing a sharp, pained breath and slumping to the floor. I could have picked it without killing him, but they're pretty far gone, these people. They're completely gone. There's not, like, we can't bring them back. At least I don't think so. Hopefully we can, but I acted out of mercy, guys. I swear, it was mercy. Oh. As you consider the distance between you and the old wall's mechanism, you feel a slight warmth emanate from the warden's key. What does that mean? That didn't move.
Sorry, I can't.
This is like
Oh, I can do it from a
ridiculously
distance.
long arm to reach out and tamper with the old walls. This should be fun.
Oh, interesting. Let's say if it's going to be a rough fight.
Send them at me in flames!
Bro. You can't. You have to give it to somebody else, right? Damn it. Oh shit, hold on. Shit, he's down.
Wait my signal. Sorry about that.
So heavy.
We all died. Wow. Okay, that went south really quickly because our healer just decided that he wanted to go down the stairs for no reason at all. None. He just was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just stay down, all the way down. It's fine. Let's review this formation, by the way. It's pretty bad. Let's put that there.
More bodies to pile it up!
That's much better. So much better.
Watch and learn.
Okay.
On your knees, world!
Whoa, bro. Whoa. Okay. Oh, come on. Will I never use it? You gotta be kidding me, man. I've been trying to use this freaking, like, attack for the longest time now. It's getting stupid.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Coming.
Shit, he's gonna